Thank you, Your Honor. This is the Idaho state law requires that every year the city must file with the State Tax Commission an ordinance of the city limits. Typically, if it does not change, we still send it down saying that it has not changed. We had an annexation last year, the Montgomery annexation out on A Street. Throughout that huge 5 or 6 page legal description, the Montgomery annexation was included in Ordinance 2017-15 passed by City Council on December 4th. If you look on packet page 312, page 5 of 9 on the ordinance, one line from the bottom, the second line up, you will see that there is a small legislative change where a north and south coordinate was placed. Obviously, you can't have a north and south coordinate. It's got to be going one way or the other. So that was picked up. Actually, we sent it down with the mistake. State Tax Commission picked it up and said this has to close. That's something that needs to be changed. Sent it back. Carrie Edwards, our engineering tech, looked at it, said, yes, you're absolutely right. Made that change. So now we need to have this ordinance amend the ordinance 2017-15. Seems like a lot of work, a lot of print for the misplacement of 1 or 2 letters. However, with that, we would appreciate it if the council would correct the city limits ordinance effective for 2018.
I knew we should have had the whole thing read out loud.
You certainly have that right if you choose not to waive the rule tonight.
Well, somebody other than I will read it, I can tell you that.
You know what I mean?
You know, actually, I told Gary it's got to be pretty impressive, whoever proved it.
I know.
I mean, that was like the 4th page of these things in. I mean, my God, I'd shoot myself before I did that.
Oh, also, don't you feel, isn't it nice to know someone's actually reading that carefully? Or
I'm not sure if that's nice to
Yeah,
know. I don't
you
know.
just had an S that needed to be crossed out, basically.
Well, given that, I approve the attached ordinance amending the ordinance 2017-15 to correct an error in the legal description and establish a new legal description for the city of Moscow corporate limits under suspension of the rules, requiring 3 complete and separate readings, and it be read by title and published by summary.
Second.
Okay.
I know.
We got a motion by Art, a second by Gina to approve the attached ordinance amending ordinance 2017-15 to correct an error in the legal description and establish a new legal description for the city of Moscow corporate limits under the suspension of the rules, requiring 3 complete and separate readings, and that it be read and titled by and published by summary. I'll start the roll with Ann.
Aye.
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 Okay, now I have a new ordinance to read on the amendments, which is ordinance 2018-04. Okay. An ordinance amending ordinance number 2017-15 of the city of Moscow, Idaho, establishing and declaring in this ordinance corporate limits of the city of Moscow, Latah County, Idaho, in accordance with the provisions of the laws of the state of Idaho relating to the establishment of the boundaries and the annexation or adjacent in contiguous territory, provided for the repeal of any or other ordinances or parts of ordinance in conflict therewithin, providing a severance and savings clause, and for the effective date of this ordinance.